Hello students, I am Dr. Tanmay Vishwash. I welcome you all in my channel Chemistry, the Mystery of Molecules. So I hope you all are fine. So today we are going to discuss a multiple choice question presented in front of you. Such kind of question could be useful for exams like any BSc or MSc, or you can say college or university level exam like BSc, MSc, BSMS, etc. or equivalent competitive exams like CSIR, NET, GATE, IIT, JAM, etc. Not only this, such kind of question could be useful for exams like IIT JEE Advanced or NEET, etc. also. Okay, so that's why as usual I first request you, please pause the video, try by yourself and write your answer in the comment box. Don't hesitate whether your answer will be right or wrong, because you need to understand what's your standard and you need to accept it. If you realize your standard, means if you are able to get your self-evaluation, that is very helpful, because self-evaluation is essential for improvement. So I request you, please pause the video and try by yourself. I believe you have paused the video and tried by yourself, so it's my turn to give you the right answer. So before going to details, I shall request, if possible, please support my channel through patreon.com and do subscribe this channel. Okay, so let's come to the main discussion now. So whenever you solve any question, I always request you, student, do one thing. First of all, look at whatever the reagent given, means what is the chemical nature of the reagent, point number one, and what type of functional centers or reactive center present in a molecule where reaction could occur. Okay, 2 points. So if we look at this molecule, I believe this is a little easier molecule. Why? See, in this case, 2 options are there where reaction can occur. Option 1 is this alkene part, and option 2 is this alkyne part. Okay, so means these 2 places. Why I am saying this? If that will understand by the reagent MCPBA. What is mean by this reagent? This full form is metachloroparbenzoic acid. Why parbenzoic acid? Why the word parbenzoic acid? See, in this molecule there is a peroxy linkage. What do we mean? This oxygen-oxygen bond is called peroxy linkage. And see, this is actually an oxidizing agent. Why? Because after reaction, it oxidizes some molecule, and it itself reduces into this. So why it reduces? Because see, it's a -2 oxidation state, whereas in this case -1 and -1. This peroxy oxygens are -1 oxidation state. That's why this is actually an oxidizing reagent. And whom it oxidizes? Alkene or alkyne possible. And see, if you look at this, 1 oxygen is less. Here 2 oxygen there, 1 and 2, peroxy 2 oxygen. In this case 1 oxygen missing, and that is actually happened, means inserted in the molecule as epoxide. Okay, and this is reaction is done in DCM as a solvent. And remember, this reaction is nothing but electrophilic epoxidation. Okay, but by the way, there are also another type of reaction called nucleophilic epoxidation, that is using hydrogen peroxide and alkali to electron deficient double bond. I have uploaded dedicated lecture on electrophilic oxidation as well as electrophilic epoxidation as well as nucleophilic epoxidation. Please visit if you have difficulty in that concept understanding. Now question, that this is oxidizing agent, and another thing we told that this is epoxidation reaction will occur. Means if you take along with this as an alkene, for example as a model substrate ethylene, it can convert into, sorry, let me show you this different. So this is CH, this is epoxide. So now question, first of all, this will occur. And how this reaction occur? By the way, students, you should remember the mechanism of this reaction. Actually, this reaction proceeds through a transition state. That is little important. The transition, okay, since I am talking about transition state, I should follow the proper notation. Means in case of transition state, the bond broken or produced is denoted as these dotted bonds. Okay, so this is this, and see there is a hydrogen bonding, and this is the AR. AR means this metachlorobenzene derivative. Okay, now after that reaction, this converted into metachlorobenzoic acid, and this part converted into epoxide, means this part. So this is the mechanism. Now question is, in this case there are 2 types of alkene. So in this case alkene is oxidized to epoxide. Now in this case, two types of pi bonds are there. One is alkene based pi bond, another is alkyne based pi bond. So which one is expected to get oxidized? First of all, alkene will be oxidized. So this is, I am not giving any stereochemistry here, because if you look at the problem, no stereochemistry question asked. Okay, stereocenter is not asked here. So fine, this will be the answer. Okay, so this A is the answer. Epoxidation will happen in the double bond. Now you will say, sir, why not the other one? What do I mean by the statement? See, you can think that, sir, why not this? Why not this possible? Because you can give me a logic that, sir, actually this is an electrophilic epoxidation. Means the double bond will act as a nucleophile and attack, means react with this epoxide oxygen, and it will undergo the epoxidation reaction. Now why not this will happen? Because if you look at a CC pi bond, means double bond, and CC triple bond, where the electron density is more, so CC triple bond is electron density more, because in this case two pi bonds are there, and pi bonds are in between, electron cloud is above and below, not in between the nucleus. Okay, so that's why they are loosely bound, flexible, could easily be given to someone else. Then why it will not react? The reason is a very interesting terminology, student. Please try to remember, that is called anti-aromaticity. I know you will be little shocked, sir, what are you saying? Anti-aromaticity, how? Look at this molecule. This is one double bond, this is one oxygen, and this oxygen has two lone pair. Now try to remember Huckel rule. Huckel rule is cyclic planar conjugated 4n plus 2 pi electron for aromaticity and 4n number of electron for anti-aromaticity. If you have any difficulty in understanding Huckel rule, I have uploaded a dedicated lecture on this, please visit. Now why I am saying 2 electron from this pi bond and 2 from this lone pair. Actually this is a planar, so one is in p orbital, another is in sp2 orbital. So overall 2 plus 2, 4n pi electron. That's why this is anti-aromaticity. And remember, anti-aromaticity is equivalent to instability. Better to say huge amount of instability. So if it is unstable, why it will produce? In comparison to that, it has an alternate option, that is epoxidation on the double bond. So that's why reaction will happen. This will not happen this, although this is more electron rich. Okay, so this is the overall answer. Now why not the other options? For example, this is not, I explained just, why not double? See, whenever nothing is mentioned, you need to understand that that is one equivalent. If excess used, then it would have been mentioned here that excess needed. Point number one. Why not this? You can say now the anti-aromaticity problem is not there. By the way, student, remember 2-3 member ring in this way very strained. So this is a very strained molecule. Compared to that, there is an easier pathway, double bond epoxidation. So why a molecule will follow this? Is not possible. Okay. So now this is the overall discussion of the problem. Now if this question appear in your exam, how can you solve it less than 30 seconds? Now, if you need to understand what is the MCQ case, this is actually nothing but an electrophilic epoxidation region. So it epoxidizes. Now question, where it will do? If you can possibly remember, alkene is preferred over alkyne. Otherwise, just think, if it does here one issue, if it does here produce this may be anti-aromatic. So not possible. Leave it. This is the answer. Okay. And another thing, as I told, since not excess, one equivalent says not possible this, and second, this we have discussed this die also not possible since one equivalent mentioned. Okay. So these versus this main comparison, and this cannot be because anti-aromaticity, so this is. Actually remember, during the exam, process of elimination is essential. Means illogical options, if you can remove, your life becomes simpler. These two are illogical options. Okay, so if you eliminate them, the competition is going to be, now it becomes easier for you, and the burden in your head will reduce. Then it is, I believe it helps. It is very helpful for student to select the right answer from the multiple choices. Okay, so this is the end of this discussion. I believe this video may be useful. Please write your opinion in the comment box, and please, if you think my content is worthy, then pass it over your friends, because I shall be very happy if they also enjoy such kind of teaching in free of cost. Another thing, if you do like my teaching, please subscribe and press the bell icon such that you will be notified whenever I upload a new video. And most importantly, please do like these videos, it motivates a lot.